Stream. Thank you for joining me. We started a little bit earlier than normal. Hopefully, people aren't expecting it to be at 8 p.m. Let me just quickly put out a message to everyone just to say that we are live. Hello, hello if you've joined me today. Let me know if you're watching in the chat. Let me just say hello. Let me just put this message out quickly, and we are live. Cool, and one into this group as well. There we go. How has everyone's day gone? Hope you had a good day. I'm hoping starting at 7 o'clock is going to be a good thing, I suppose. You can see I've made some changes to the studio. So I've added a new shelving unit on that side versus when I had the previous setup. I'm not sure how I like it yet. I feel like the other setup might be a bit better. But anyway, we've got some cool features there. The hanging plant. Some books. I've obviously got my space Lego, things like that. So been trying to upgrade the studio a little bit. The only problem is the way I sit at my desk isn't very centered. So it does look a little bit, I guess, off, not symmetrical. So I'm not sure how I could fix that unless I sit at my desk at like a weird at the end rather than the middle. But anyway, hopefully you guys can see an improvement in the quality of the videos and the studio as well. So cool. So feel free to say hello if you're in the chat. Maybe we've started this too early and 8 o'clock's the best time to do it. But anyway, we'll see basically. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Yeah, hey Ali, how's it going? You had a good day? Thanks for joining me on the stream. Not many viewers at the moment, so maybe I'm starting it way too early. Maybe 8 o'clock is the best time to start. So, but anyway, we'll carry on for now anyway. And well, anyone who's here, hey Ravi, how's it going? Anyone who's here wants to ask me any questions, feel free to ask any questions about Amazon FBA. And then after that, I'll do a little bit of sourcing on Qogita. So I was just looking at some of my scans and they're going a little bit slow. So I think maybe I put the wrong settings in, but we'll see anyway. So let me just stop one of these ones and hope this other one goes a bit faster. So for those of you that want to follow along when I actually eventually do some Qogita sourcing, I hope you all signed up to Qogita. I'll put the links into the chat. So there we go for those that are watching at a later date or watching now. And you can also sign up to Arbisource as well. So we've got the links to those. Hey, how's it going, Kevin? Thanks for joining us again. You're pretty much my only American viewer, I think. So, but I do appreciate you coming on and watching. So hopefully I keep you entertained. But yeah, thanks for watching. Kevin, do you actually sell in America? Do you? Are you an American FBA seller? Let me know. Yeah, what's everyone been up to today? Hope you had a good day, productive day. I guess a lot of people have been at work. I have been. What have I done today? A lot of Amazon FBA stuff, putting out some fires on the Amazon account. I recorded a video about Arbisource and published that around 5 p.m. I filmed it and realized I made quite a few mistakes, and then the audio was out of sync. It's just a nightmare. It took me a long time to get that video out. So, hey, kids, how's it going? So Kevin, you're not a seller. That's cool. It's something you want to get into, is it? Or you're just doing the research for now? Or you just enjoy listening to me? It's all good. So cool. Yeah, if you guys got any questions about Amazon FBA, sort of the first half hour or so, 20 minutes, I'll be open to any questions. But yeah, so, Ali said, morning, received my first order, came from very quick from Spain. Perfect. I love to see that. So yeah, sometimes it can be a little slower than other times. But yeah, generally it's pretty good, so that's awesome. So I'm glad to hear that your first orders come in from Qogita, and hopefully it's all looking good as well, so no issues. So L Hosey has asked, do you do online arbitrage or wholesale more? So pretty much the majority of my Amazon FBA career over the past 2 years has been online arbitrage, although very recently I've been transitioning slowly into using Qogita and the wholesale element, but I'm still very big on the Amazon to Amazon and online arbitrage. So still very big on that. It's just obviously with Q4 coming up, it's like the perfect time to do sort of perfume sourcing and things like that on Arbisource. So it just works out very well. And on Arbisource and Qogita, so it's just like a perfect storm, and there's some great deals on there. So yeah, it's working out great. And so I'm doing a lot of wholesale sourcing right now. So yeah, it's pretty good. Ridwan is saying, hi mate, R1 here. Okay, cool. Thanks for joining us, R1. Appreciate that. Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing names here. The stuff I was going to order didn't end up having transparency labels. So yeah, transparency labels are something that essentially is an Amazon initiative. It's something that you actually, if you want to put them on your, it's essentially like a serial number. You can serialize your products. It's an initiative created by Amazon, as far as I'm aware. So you're unlikely to find transparency barcodes on a retail site or wholesale site outside of Amazon, because they're just produced for Amazon basically. And what they do essentially means that no one like me or you can sell that product on Amazon without transparency code. It's a way of protecting the brand from other people just jumping on the listing and selling fakes and stuff, or not even, just selling normal stuff. But essentially, I guess it's mainly to stop fakes, but it also has an added side effect of also stopping people just doing like online arbitrage or wholesale as well. So with those products, so it's a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. Yeah. So Elle's asking, do you use VAs and what's your monthly spend? I do use VAs. I've got 2 VAs. I'll be totally honest, I've not bought a VA lead in like a month. I just don't have time to go through them. I'm literally throwing money down the drain right now. So I've let my younger brother have access to the VA that I've got for myself. So I've got 2 VAs. One I've shared with 3 other people, and one that I've got for myself. I've let my younger brother take the leads from my VA, and obviously the other guys are actually taking leads from the other one. So I've just not bought from them. I'm probably missing out on some deals, to be honest. I just don't have the time to buy. It's actually really hard work buying. Like, how much do I spend this month? I've spent 40-50k probably. That's probably like the minimum you need to spend every month to make the levels that I'm on. Although my results have slowed down massively. I started off like crazily good this month, and it's just slowed down massively. So I've got £102,500 worth of stock in Amazon now, or on the way to Amazon. My prep center's actually just sent in a load of stuff, so I actually need to sit down and add my cost of goods in there. So a lot of units going in. I can see here 1 shipment for 170 units, 1 for 24, 1 for 40, 1 for 60. Actually 2 more, 3 shipments of 60. So yeah, I need to add my cost of goods in there. It's probably going to be another 15,000 or 10,000. I'm not sure exactly. So, of course, as soon as I start streaming, I get messages. So let me just put on Do Not Disturb so I don't get disturbed. Cool. But yeah, so, you've got to keep spending the money. You've got to replan all the stock you sold in the previous month. But if you want to grow as well, you're going to be buying more stock to grow. So it's a relentless business of buying over and over and over. So yeah, R1, what are you going to do with all that stock then? Just eBay it, I guess, or that's what I had to do. I had some what's it called? Milkshake stuff that I bought from Notino. I couldn't sell it, so I had to just eBay it very slowly. So, but yeah, vintage apparently good as well, and things like that. So you can, a TikTok shop maybe as well. Hey James, how's it going? Thanks for joining. So hopefully you got your PPP all sorted. I was helping James set up his Profit Protector Pro earlier, and we ran into a small issue where I was like, what is going on? And we just had the wholesale toggle on. So, because I was like, why do we have to enter our cost of goods without VAT? But yeah, PPP guys, that's the repricer that I use. Really good. And they've just introduced some some cheaper plans now. So again, I'll throw the link in there for people who want to get access to that. Let's copy that there, copy link. It's amazing how many people don't use repricers on Amazon. It pretty much is essential. So I am sponsored by PPP, but it's the software that I use. So I really like it. But yeah, they've introduced probably mainly because of me, or I guess some other people are probably saying we need some cheaper plans on there, just to help newer people get into Profit Protector Pro, because I think the minimum plan they used to have was about £50-60 a month, which is quite a lot to ask for someone who's only got like a budget of say £1,000, £2,000. So they've now got some cheaper plans, which is really good. Gets you onto their platform, lets you realize how good PPP is, and you can just upgrade your plans over time as your business evolves. So really good. So But yeah, so L Ozzy's asking, where did I get my VA from? So I've had VAs from multiple places in the past, but the one that I recommend right now is Outsource Central. And if you're in my Discord community, if you look on the left hand side, you'll see under what category is it? Let's have a look. But basically, I've got a link to the Outsource Central there, and you can hire a VA from them. It is £650 for a sourcing VA and £450 for a admin VA, I believe. I've got an admin VA as well from them. So I've got a sourcing VA from them, admin VA from them. Both are excellent, to be fair. So yeah, it's been really good, to be fair. So yep, that's who I recommend, Outsource Central, for getting VAs. So they train them well. You still need to obviously give them training and feedback as you're going. You can't just expect to get a VA from any company and expect them to just be like going, hit the road running. Or was the phrase? Yeah. They give them some really good training and stuff. And so I've got 2 VAs from them. As I scale my business, I'm going to try and get more VAs as well. So VAs, what I want to get to the point where my VAs source and buy the products. That's what I need to get going pretty soon, actually. Yeah, Ali, I do have a video on how to set up PPP. If you go to my catalog, you'll be able to see it in there. I think it's called it's the one with a screenshot of like a robot, because it's like AI repricing. So I'll see if I can get the link for you. But yes, I've got a video. It's actually really simple to set up. It looks overly complicated, but actually it's very simple. Yeah, so it's called. I'll put the link for you. That's the link for the PPP setup. Very simple. And also, if you do sign up as well, you can always DM me and I can help you if you are struggling with it. But yeah, so L Hosey's also asked, how do you avoid transparency labels? So basically, try and add the item to your inventory, and it'll basically say that you need to upload 5 transparency labels. And that's where basically. You'll be like, okay, it's a transparency product. That's the end of it, basically. So don't buy it. That's that simple. And that's the practice you should be doing anyway. You should be always, before you buy anything, just check and make sure you can sell it. It might be you're ungated or you need transparency labels, or it may be totally restricted. That happens sometimes. So it's always good practice to just make sure that you can actually sell it before you buy it. So cool. How much did I start Amazon FBA with? I started with £30,000. So not one of these people that pretended they started with £100 or £1,000, or I started with a decent amount of capital. I didn't obviously plonk it all in right away, but once I realised, the opportunity, I was pretty much all in. And now I've got probably around £150,000 in my Amazon FBA business now after 2 years, so not too bad, I suppose. Minus any VAT bills coming and taxes and stuff. So, but not too bad, to be fair. So, it's all right. The profit's maybe not as high as people realize, because obviously you've got expenses, you've got leaks in the business, I've got emails coming through here saying restricted products, fun times. This is what happens when you sell into like 7 different marketplaces, like in Europe. You get all these emails in like Polish and stuff, and I have to translate them. But yeah, so good. It's worked out well for me, and I'm very happy with how Amazon's gone for me. Are you ready for the new EU compliance coming towards the end of December? Yeah, I hope so. Most of that seems to be around knowing about the contact information, I think. Ravi, is that right? I need to look into it more, to be honest. I've not been focusing too much, but they have called me a few times saying essentially you need to add like a point of contact for each product or something, or each brand. A load of rubbish, basically, or something. I don't know. I've noticed as well they just added in a thing on everyone's account, basically saying you need to add in. What was it you need to add in? I can't remember now. The country of origin as well for all your listings. So again, okay. Yeah, pretty crazy. So it's a pain in the arse, but it is what it is. So I think that's what you're referring to anyway. There probably are some more stuff coming in. Who knows? But yeah, so that's going to be fun anyway. But yeah, beyond that, I've not looked too much into it. Hey, Brad, how's it going? So we've got, it's a little bit slower. So I think starting at 7 p.m. maybe not the best thing. Then I think next time I'll do it at 8 o'clock. But it's all good though. Adam, how's it going? You're right. Adam's one of the guys that I share the VA with. He does a lot of private label. Yeah, how's everyone's sales doing this month? Like for me, it started off super good and it's just slowed down massively the past week. I don't know sure why, but today's not too bad. £204 profit. It's okay. Like not amazing, but yeah. I was doing like £400 or £500 days at the big foot, sort of first 2 weeks or so. Yeah, 10 days maybe of the month. So definitely slowed down. Ravi had to close down my German store too. Too many compliance docs, certs, etc. I hope that the rest of Europe's not going to say. Yeah, German is a pain, to be honest. You have to get all the lucid codes and all that kind of stuff. It is a pain, but Germany is like the biggest market. So if you can actually set all that up and get it going, then it's pretty good, to be fair. So, but if it turns out to be too much hassle, then I probably won't bother. Selling in there anymore. Who knows? I'm sure it'll be fine. Sure it'll be worth it. Still, you just got to jump through all the hoops they give you. It's part of the Amazon business. It seems like right now there's a lot of hoops that Amazon are making everyone jump through. So it's becoming a little bit more hassle, but at the same time it's good because it adds like an extra barrier, I suppose. So it means you've got to work a little bit harder, which means all the flaky people are going to flake off. I won't be doing Amazon anymore, which means anyone who's really dedicated to this is going to end up making a lot more money, which is good. So no problem, Ali. I'll put the link up over there anyway for you. Hey, Simon, how's it going? Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you coming to hang out. Elle's asking, do you manually go through retailers for leads? So my favorite sourcing method is newsletter sourcing. So basically, the concept is you sign up to loads of newsletters for all the different websites that you might source from, or just use something like SalesGazer. And then every morning you check the newsletters, see what sort of promotional emails have come through, coupon codes, sales, promote, whatever it is that's coming through. And you go, hey, like Screwfix has got a 30% off sale on Qogita, for example. I'll go and source Screwfix. So essentially you end up then sourcing where the sales are. So pretty simple concept, really. I know some sellers bigger than me also use this method. But there's multiple different methods you can do. There's reverse like searching or storefront stalking. I'm not a big fan of this, but I know some people do it very effectively. Everyone's got different methods. Excuse me. Oh, it just hit me. I'm tired. Been a long old day, actually. I slept in as well. It was like a slow day, actually. I slept in. I struggled to get up. Got woken up by the postman. I've had 2 Red Bulls today, actually, which is not good. I try and stick to 1 a day at most. But yeah, hey Phil, how's it going? Been a tough day. And then I filmed a video yesterday around Arbisource. I accidentally added the grid lines in, so I had to refilm elements on that. And if you don't know what I mean, I'll put them on now so you can see. I left these on. And you can't really edit them out. So, so fortunately, most of it was like a screen sharing thing. So I was able to actually refilm only part of it. And then there was a audio sync problem. I don't know why it was out of sync. It was really quite annoying. So, but yeah, let me know if you saw those grid lines come up. But yeah, imagine filming a video and then realizing you left the grid lines on. The reason I have them on is I like to make sure I'm centered, like the 2/3 rule, basically for filming and stuff. So, yeah, cool. We're definitely getting some more people coming on. 14 concurrent viewers. That's awesome. So, yeah, Phil, I'm great. Thank you for asking how you're doing. How is everyone doing? Hope you're all good. Hope you've had productive days. So, Hosey, how do you stay on top of all the emails? I mean, you just don't get all of them. You can't. It's impossible. You just have to basically just pick which ones look the most attractive to you. And again, this is where it comes down to you learn the sites. I'm trying to put my hand up here without knocking the thing. You learn the sites, and I've just knocked the microphone. You learn the categories, you learn the brands, and then then these things will start to pop out to you. And you go, oh, I had good success on Screwfix and Qogita. I'll do that one, for example, because that's a deal that's come out or whatever. But yeah, it's essentially when you're first starting out, you're a little bit blind as to where the deals are. But you can't go through everything. It's impossible, because once you've chosen a newsletter or something that looks good, you might spend the next hour or two sourcing that site. So you're not going to get through all the newsletters. It's impossible, basically. So yeah, one thing you got to realize is there are so many deals and so many ways to do this. it's overwhelming. And when you get good at doing one thing, like I've been really focusing on Qogita, I've been really focusing on using Arbisource, Qogita, doing that sourcing there. But I've neglected newsletter sourcing now. I've neglecting Amazon to Amazon a little bit. I'm neglecting my VA's leads because I'm just so focused on that. So there are a ridiculous amount of leads out there, and you just cannot possibly get them all. I don't even have money to do that either. So I think this month, after last month where I was $5,000 short on my Amex bill and I had to do a drawdown on Capital on Tap, this month looks like I'm going to be literally perfect. Just the debt, literally, hopefully that last disbursement comes out just at the right time. So I think I've paid off $40,000 this month on my Amex so far. I've got $8,000 left to pay by the 23rd. And I've got 6 left in my bank account now, so should be just perfect for paying the Amex bill off just on time. So that shows you how much I've been spending, basically. About 50k, I think that's what I said, wasn't it? So yeah, there's so many deals out there, and you just cannot get them all. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. I talk about this. You may have seen, actually, if any of you follow AMA, Aftermarket Arbitrage, on social medias, I've been on there quite a lot. They interviewed me a few months ago, and they clipped a few videos and stuff on there. And one of them I talk about having an abundance mindset. Like when you first do Amazon, you have a scarcity mindset. You're like, oh, there's not enough deals. You need to get rid of that mindset ASAP. You need to have an abundance mindset and realize there's so many freaking deals out there. It's insane, and it's literally impossible to get them all unless you've got a team of 5 people. Even then, you wouldn't get them all. Yeah, it's basically impossible. So glad you're doing well, Phil. Awesome. So yeah, Simon Devine has asked, I wanted to ask how you're finding the value in Profit Sweep. I find that a lot of the price drops refer to a different variation. Hearing great things about it so far, but not achieving. So yeah, I'm not sure which channel you're referring to, actually. Let me know what channel you're referring to. Maybe give me an example and I can look into it. But yeah, you do have to be, I guess, aware that, I never actually, let's have a look actually. So I think it's a killer group, to be fair. But yeah, let me know which channel you're referring to there. But yeah, obviously, sometimes when you see SPM of say 500, that is for the entire listing, including all variations. So it's something just to be aware of when you're doing your sourcing, basically. So don't get caught up. It might be that it's sometimes you see on Arbisource where you're going to a listing and there's 30 different variations of maybe some sort of makeup. I don't know whether different colors, and obviously if you take all of those and divide it by 500, each one does get a decent number of sales, but there's probably more popular colors than other ones, so some of them are slower than others. But yeah, let me know which one you're referring to or what channel and stuff, and I can because again, I miss a lot of stuff on there, to be honest. I've made a lot of money from Profit Sweep, but at the moment right now I'm focusing on Qogita, and I've definitely missed out on some deals. So I see there's some John Lewis drops there now. Again, you've got to go through, see if they're good deals or not. So, Ali L was asking, are you any leads group or something you would recommend? Yes, I would recommend Profit Sweep. Let me get the link for you for it. Absolutely would recommend this one. So if I get the link for you, and then you can sign up. Here we go. So copy link. So yep, definitely recommend this one. Pretty good for leads. So Ravi's asking, how's the death heap looking? Terrible. I've not really touched it I've not touched it in ages. I just keep adding to it and adding to it. My cleaner came round on Tuesday, I think. Monday. And she was like, when are you going to get rid of all these boxes? And I was like, I just don't know. And then somehow we got talking. I was like, do you want a hairdryer? I had a hairdryer in there. I was like, do you want it? She's like, yeah, I'd love a hairdryer. I was like, there you go, have a hairdryer. Do you want a hair straightener? She's like, yeah, I'd love a hair straightener. I was like, here's a hair straightener. And then there's something else as well. I can't remember what it was. I was like, yeah, just take it. Because at this point, it's just getting in the way. And I've got too much. My death pile of returns is insane. So at some point, I need to actually sort that out. So, but yeah. It's insane. That's one of the downsides of doing Amazon is all the returns. But you need to get a good process in place where you either just dispose of them, or you eBay them, or you donate them. Do something. Because right now, I'm doing pretty much the worst thing you can do, which is basically just leaving them sat around my apartment or in my storage unit now. And basically what I'm doing is I'm paying storage every month on returns that I've already lost money on. So every month I'm losing more money on them. I'd be better off just literally throwing them down the tip. So, but yeah, really bad. So that's something I definitely need to improve upon. But I've always been one of these people that's like, is always plowing forward, and doesn't really look back that much. So you end up leaving like a path of destruction essentially. But as long as I'm improving and pushing forward, I'm all good basically. So, but yeah, that's something I need to learn actually. Sometimes you need to like take a step back to take two steps forward. So it's just hard for me sometimes to take that step back. Like setting up this office, I was like, do I want to spend a whole day trying to sort this out and stuff? I was like, yeah, probably worth it. Just doing that, because in the long run, it's going to pay off. It's going to look more professional. Hopefully, you get more viewers and all that kind of stuff. So it's just learning to take that sometimes that one step back to take two steps forward. It's something I struggle with a little bit at times. I'm always pushing, forging ahead. Fortune favors the bold. But yeah, one of my favorite phrases. Are you sure it's worth joining a group like when there's many people like profits? I mean, it's the best group out there, so it does have a decent number of people in there. But they post so many things in there. Not one person is going to get them all. It's crazy. I've made, probably about £15,000 profit from that group since I joined it, and that was like 3 months ago, I think. So an average of 5,000 a month, I'd say, not too bad. I'm not saying that's typical, by the way. I'm probably on the top end of that, but you're at least going to make, come on, 2, 3, 4 times your money. If you're not, you're doing something wrong, basically. But yeah, to be honest, I find it overwhelming the number of deals that are in there, so it's kind of crazy. Sure. So. Okay, so yeah, Simon, sorry, I missed that one. Yeah, John Lewis. Price drops in the last hour. I reviewed the price drops and the original price is bigger item. Sure, this is the only downside is just because the price has dropped doesn't mean it's a good deal. All they're monitoring is price drops. So that doesn't mean it's a profitable deal at all. So this is where it gets tricky. The next level needs to be taken where they need to look, a price has dropped and then do the analysis for you. But yeah, right now it just does price drops. And yeah, when you get a big flurry of price drops, let's say you get 100 of them, probably only 1 or 2 might be good. The rest of them are trash. So just because there's a price drop doesn't mean it's profitable. We're basically looking for deals. So when there's a price drop, there's a very good chance there's probably a deal there, but there's no guarantee at all. It's down to you to do the research and check if it's a good deal. And hopefully they will point out some of the better ones for you, but no guarantee there. Speak with Father Josh Smith about your desk stock. Yeah. I need to do something about it because it's just getting crazy. So yeah, not good. Definitely need to get some better processes in place for that. But like I say, right now focus is mainly around the social media side and the group and things like that. So I'm just running my FBA business rather than looking at dealing with the returns. So cool. Flippy Kaye. I like that name. That's pretty cool. When downloading the catalog and transferring to Excel, is there a quick way to remove the quantity less than 20, for example? Yes, you can use ChatGPT, but don't ask me how you do it. I'm pretty sure you can basically ask ChatGPT saying like, can remove any rows from this spreadsheet where the quantity in like quantity column is like less than 20 or something like that. You could do something like that. Yeah, that's something you could do. I actually spoke to the product manager of, or the lead, I don't know, anyway, some guy at Qogita. And I said to him what we want to do, or what I want and what would be good is if you could select the minimum stock level on the left-hand side sort of filtering thing, which then obviously translate then into the catalog that you download. So that would be really good. I'm going to hopefully work on that. I gave them a bunch of different feedback there, so to improve the site a little bit. So cool. Yeah, hopefully that helps. But yeah, any other questions, guys? Or should we get on and do some sourcing? So let's probably do some sourcing, I guess. Cool. Let me just grab a drink quickly and then we'll get started. So hopefully you're already all signed up to Qogita, already all signed up to Arbisource, and you're going to follow along. And last time I did this on Monday, I found roughly around £750 worth of deals, and they got bought up, which was quite nice to see. So very expensive day for me finding those deals. No, it's all good. But yeah, right, I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to switch over to this. And I'm going to change over to the talking head. Cool. Okay, it looks like we had a scan go through. Cool. So I've done a few scans here, and I'm hoping we can find some deals here. So where did this data come from? Well, this data came from another paid Discord community called Qogita Price Drops. And basically what they do is, in this server, is every hour they basically spit out a CSV that allows you to put that straight into, of all the price drops that have happened in that hour, and then you can put that CSV into Arbisource. So if you want to sign up to that, again, I've got a link which I'll post out in a second. It's a really killer deal. It's run by my brother, my younger brother. We came up with the idea together. He built it. He runs it. I've got no stake in it, but yeah, it's a really killer website, and yeah, it's basically it's crazy. So and yeah, I'll say it makes it really easy to find deals because every single price drop that happens gets put into a CSV, or the ones that are relevant anyway. And then that we filter out things like the low quantity items and things like that. So and penny price drops as well. I think that's going to be removed soon. So Brad's asking, being able to see the minimal quantity of supplies before the basket would be useful on Qogita. Maybe. Okay, interesting. Yeah, because right now it does say the minimal quantity, but it says the quantity, doesn't it? But it could be split over multiple different sellers. But also, yeah, you don't know the minimal quantity. That's a good one. I'll pass that along. Yeah, that's a good idea. So that's exactly why it's good to get this feedback. So cool. Yeah, you probably can. I don't know if you can see. I've got 5 messages. What is going on? I'm just going to quickly check, make sure it's nothing urgent before we get started sourcing. So, cool. Nothing exciting. Oh yeah. So my younger brother, he bought some perfumes from Notino. They got delivered to a local spa because I think they tried to deliver it like 7 a.m. this morning. And when he got there, the boxes were basically empty. So someone had poached all the things out of it. But yeah, so Curtis is saying, could you use Prep Center just for dangerous goods? Absolutely. This is what I recommend. So I do recommend, let me switch back to full screen camera. We talk about this stuff. So I absolutely recommend that you use a Prep Center just for dangerous goods if you're not prepared to go full on Prep Center. The reason is they've got the contracts in place to send all this stuff properly, via UPS or whatever they use. You can't get this. So, I mean, it seems to be a lot of, because obviously coming up to Q4 now, people buying perfumes, people using Qogita. I'm getting asked all the time now, which courier should you use? The answer is none of them you can really use because none of them allow you to send dangerous goods. So in the event that it gets lost, you're probably not going to be insured. That's the only real danger. So it's not the best really. So that's why I always say use a Prep Center. If you're going to do dangerous goods, to send you dangerous goods to the Prep Center, you'll pay a little bit more money, but at least that way you're going to be insured. They're going to be doing quickly. And it's all done properly and above board. So yeah, 100%, absolutely. So cool. Right, let me go back to the talking head and then let's have a look and see. So let's hopefully find some deals. So it's got a DM here. Anything to say on Qogita credit? You recommend it? So yeah, Qogita do offer credit. I've got credit myself. I've never actually used it, but yes, you can get that if you want. You have to apply for it, and they might give you credit. So if you want that, so cool. Let's have a look anyway and see what we've got. Revlon, interesting. So one thing I need to get better at as well, and again, it's basically trying to filter out some of these restricted brands. I know my brother's trying to get this working better, so it is actually getting rid of all these restricted brands. But yeah, some improvements there need to be done. So we've got one here. Well, this isn't a great example. It says 885 estimated sales. By the way, I've not got any filters on right now. We've only got, how many were actually in here? Sorry, we've got 99 results, so I'll just go through them. It's fine. Apparently I've looked at this one already. Okay, 1166. I've got this at 2128 before, so price on this one looks really good. 11.66. But is this private label though? Let's have a look. Let me just zoom in, by the way, guys. I apologize. And on Arbisource as well, so you can see a bit better. So this is an interesting one as well. Let me just switch quickly here while I get this up. Okay, cool. And let me just search this here quickly. Yeah, okay, this looks like a pretty... I don't know why it's such a high price before. I mean, it has been slightly lower in the past. But anyway, let's see if we can actually sell this. So, what's the actual SPM? Just under 50, apparently. Let me just zoom out slightly so we can see this. Yeah, it's a little bit on the slow side, but not bad. Seller-wise, so saw retail. We've had other sellers in the past. I don't know if this is, again, this is where knowledge comes in. Is Revlon a private label? I don't know, to be honest. This looks somewhat promising. £9.78 profit. Price at like 33. I mean, it's been down to like 27. Pretty much like the lowest price, realistic, apart from little dips here, is like 27, 28. So let's put 28 in. Still pretty good profit, 50% ROI. So, oh, sure, that's exactly why. Yes, you're exactly right, Dominic. Yes. That's exactly why it was that price. You are absolutely right. So this is not such a good deal after all. Totally missed that. So what I did here was I was using the image. So what was quite clever of Arbisource is it used the image to try and find a similar product, and that's what it's done there. So it's taken the single image of this image, and it's managed to find the 2-pack. So very clever of it. I totally missed that. Yeah, you're right, 100% that is a 2-pack. So let's move on. So that's exactly why that price is, yeah, that explains a lot. K18, we can't sell them. Old Spice is pretty good. Again, we're going to have to make sure and see that we've got what's this, a 6-pack it looks like. I bet this is a 1-pack for £2.11, almost certainly. But, it's, yeah, okay, so... This is where it gets interesting. So it definitely says it says 6-pack from the like image, but nothing is obviously the title just says like just 150ml. So you can basically Google search this and see what it comes up with. You can see here, because I know someone got caught out by this with the they basically everything even. So I know someone who bought a product very similar to this. The title said 6-pack, the image said 6-pack. But the GTIN referred to a single pack. And at the end of the day, Qogita basically said, it doesn't matter what the image says, doesn't matter what the title says, it's all down to the GTIN. So that's the thing you need to just double check and make sure. So Tom is asking, what's stopping us from abusing the 120 referral, making new accounts? I assume they've got steps in place to do that. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't do it if I were you, but I obviously can't stop you. But yeah, so nothing. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they've got procedures in place at Qogita. So yeah, but cool. Yeah, something to watch out for there anyway with that kind of thing. So let's see. We've got Mont Blanc. I think we found this one yesterday. This looked like a pretty good deal yesterday. Let's find this one again. 28.34. What price did we have yesterday? I know some people bought this, 28.31. So if you're new, by the way, to Qogita, you get the £120 discount by using the code FBA Mogul. So if you put that in into when you sign up, or if you've already signed up and you've not placed an order and your account's not too old, you can go to account, promotions, promo code, put that code in, get yourself £120. Like, this is a pretty good deal here where like you're already making money. Let's actually just check this. Actually, it's the same one. So definitely a price increase on this one. Let's have a look at this price. So realistically, probably the average is somewhere between 42, 43, 44. So 55 is way out there. So more like 44. So actually not that great. But if you combine it with your £120 discount, not too bad. I'm not saying this is a great deal. It's not. Let me go to cart, see what we've got in here. Oh, look what's it is here. An interesting product that I was meant to order earlier. Minimum order quantity with 28. You take your £120 off as well. Actually, what's the minimum order quantity on this one? So have a look. Not too much, actually. Kind of crazy. This could be a good one for you guys. So the minimum order quantity looks like it's going to be 15 or 16. Looks like it's 16. So yeah, 380, not the £120 off. It's going to bring your cost of goods down and make this even better deal. Like, it's probably pretty marginal at this price, probably not worth doing. But yeah, if you take the £120, it's probably a good deal. So yeah, not too bad one. I'll put it in there for you. I mean, we probably can find something better, I'll be honest, but I'll throw it out there anyway. It's pretty thin, this one. But with a £120 discount, it's not too bad. But yeah, I swear we looked at this one yesterday, but it must have been a different one. Must have been something different. Elizabeth Arden Ceramide Premier Intense something or other. Let's have a look. Just having a look at the price drops as well over here on the right hand side. Cool. So I've already looked at this one before. £36. I mean, it's got an IP alert, but I've solved this before and not had a problem. I don't know if it's a recent thing. Looks very expensive for this. I don't know. There's not much history on it, so very risky. Other people jumped onto it. So yeah, I'd probably skip this one. Looks pretty risky. Unless you know this is a really good deal. I bet if you search this somewhere else on Google, you probably find it way cheaper. Let's have a look. 30, is it the same one? What are we looking at? We're looking at, it's the Renewal Overnight Regeneration Cream. £50 here. There's probably a coupon as well. So yeah, £80, probably a little bit expensive, but you know, it's not out the realm though, being that price. So what sales did it get? 36 sales apparently. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not guaranteed. Yeah, I don't know. That one looks very risky to me, but okay. Cool. Let's have a look. Clinique, another Clinique product here. Let's have a look. I should have ordered these actually. We've not gone through too many. Let's go and order these by SPM, monthly sales. Let's go from there. Let's add a filter in as well. Just a little bit of a small filter. Say 15% with a buy box. Just add something a little bit in there. Nothing too crazy. Right, so let's look at this one. Oh, we've missed this one now. We'll go back to the one in a second. So we've got this Max Factor one here. This is a good brand to sell, by the way, Max Factor. So we're hoping this one sells a lot, 300. Now, obviously, we can see it 4,500, 4,600 here. That means for the entire listing. So all these different variations of sizes and colors, all combined to around, whatever it was, 4,600. But this particular one sells for 300 a month, which is pretty good. Just got to look at the price now, see where the price is looking. So it's costing us £5.03. Let me just see if it's available and if there's actually any decent stock. Okay, cool. 228 stock, not too bad. So what was it? 5.03 for this one. 03. So pretty thin on the profit. 169 according to Arbisource at 984. And that price is pretty high. I mean, again, if you've got your £120 discount code, this might not be a bad one for you. But it's pretty thin. I was excited by the SPM. Yeah, it's just a shame that we're really kind of the price is a little bit peaky here. I mean, it has been for the past 3 months. No, it's not. It's been down. Yeah, this is no good. Okay, so here's an example. Basically, you can see that pretty much a lot of the time it has been way lower price, like 682. If we put that in, we'll be losing loads of money. So 692, 682. Not terrible, but you know, we don't want to be losing 60 pence times by 228. But yeah, you probably could get some good sales around the £9-10 mark, but it is pretty thin, this one. Bit risky. I don't know, yeah. Combine it with a £120 discount code could be quite a good one. You wouldn't get any people jumping on this listing as well, which is quite good. So, you know, how many would you have to buy? Let's have a look. I assume this is the right product as well. So I need to double check. But, yeah, I'll have a quick look and I'll just move on because it's not the best product. So you need to buy like 70 of these probably. Minimum order quantity, something like that. So, you know, with a 120 discount code, that's actually not a bad deal, to be fair. You know, no one else is going to be jumping on this. So, like 66 minimum order quantity. So, not too bad, really. Let me just quickly get up a calculator. Let's do... So, what is it? Sorry, it's 276.54. 276.54 times 1.2. So it comes to 332, let's say. So 332 minus 120 comes to 212. You're getting 66 units, so it'll be 212 divided by 66. Comes to £3.22 basically. So you'll be paying £3.22. So actually, sat now at this point, it's not too bad. You still have these dips down to like £6. I was gonna say £6.99 is like the low price. So, I mean, yeah, if you've got a £120 discount code, this is not a bad deal. You're gonna sell through really quick and make some profit out of it. Your worst case scenario is basically £1 profit, as long as I've done my math correctly there. And your best case scenario is £3.31. So if this is only worth doing by getting 66 though. So you'd be making £180 profit here at its peak, or worst case would be £66 profit. So I'll throw that out there if you guys want this one. Again, this is only worth buying if you have the £120 discount code, but no one else will be jumping on this. It'll be all to yourself. Well, unless obviously it goes discounted somewhere else. But looking at the current price right now, you're going to be making a tidy profit. You'll be making, say, £180, a bit more actually, profit here. So this one's actually pretty good if you guys want to go for this one, but only with that £120 discount code. And hopefully, I think, was it £212 your final cart total should be when you include VAT. Anyway, worth a look for anyone who wants to order that, to get their first order in and without risking too much, and get something that's going to sell really quick, 300 sales per month. So let me just quickly double check and make sure that this is the right one as well before you actually buy this. Yeah, 102 pastel 35mm, 102 35mm pastel, touch-proof foundation. Always worth just double checking these. Long-lasting liquid foundation. Oh, is that? Well, the bottle's different actually. Okay. Touch-proof, weightless, non-pork. I don't know. It might be. Oh God, I don't know. This is why it's so difficult to get this stuff. It might be different actually. I don't know. I'll let you guys make a decision. To me, it looks a bit different actually. Touch-proof maybe. Oh, it is touch-proof. Yeah, it looks the same to me. Oil-free touch-proof formula. So yeah, I think it's fine. And I guess the ultimate thing is, what's the actual barcode? 3352. It's all good to go. You're all good to go on that one. Not guaranteeing it, but it looks 99%. So yeah, someone go ahead and order that if you've got the 120 code. Cool. Right, let's move on to the next one anyway. So 176. Probably going to be a similar story here with Maybelline one. This is 100 SPM. The cost is £3.17 to us. Let's look at how stable the price is. Well, you can see here we're basing this on this last little price increase. This is why it's always good to look at the price chart. So this price looks pretty, stable at around £7 until literally 2 days ago, basically, when we suddenly got up to £9 or so. So, this is probably not going to be profitable. It's barely profitable at £9, so it won't be any good at that sort of £7 mark. Revlon Color Stay. I think I've looked at this one before. 50 SPM on this one. Let's have a look. By the way, if you guys got any questions as we're going along about anything to do with FBA or what I'm doing, or you totally disagree with what I'm saying, feel free to chime in and call me an idiot or whatever, yeah, so I think maybe I spent too long on that one. I lost a few viewers. So anyway, let's move on to this one anyway. Revlon. So this one here, apparently, no, I've not seen this one before. 3.92. Again, this is where all the different shades and stuff come into it. This one here, the price is $9.93. That price is maybe a little bit high. Let's just get rid of this. Look at the buy box price. It has been sort of go back to 3 months. £8, £9. Let's go to the year. Worst case scenario, it's like a £7 sale price. So at £7, we're probably just losing a slight bit of money. But right now, it's much higher price than that. So this one's not too bad. It's a little bit of risk. Again, a fantastic deal if you've got a £120 discount code. Like, just crazy good. So, again, because you're basically, no one else is going to be jumping on this. And it sells, it sells 50 to 200 a month, depending on what the price is. So we can see in the past, it was 200 a month. Then it was 100, now it's 50. So it looks like it's becoming less popular as the price has gone up, which makes perfect sense to me. But yeah, still 50 SPM is still pretty good though. So again, that's another good one. If you've got £120 discount code, I would 100% go for this one. A really good 3352. Just double check and make sure. Actually, now we've just got to double check. Oh, I've got the wrong one. My bad. But yeah, it's this one here. Oh, let's just double check actually. Getting excited. 3.27. 300 beige. Gold 300 beige. 30 mil. 30 mil. Combination oil, skin. Yeah, it's the same one. You're good to go. So it looks good to me. SPF 15 as well. Make sure it's got that SPF 15 as well. I've definitely been caught out in the past where I bought a product and the SPF 15 one obviously is more expensive, and the one I had wasn't SPF 15. It was the same apart from that. So we've seen the, unfortunately we can't sell Opalex, I don't think. So Schwarzkopf. Interesting. Price looks a little bit inflated, but have a quick look. So hopefully you guys found some good deals here. Like, you're hopefully going to buy some of these if you've got the 120 discount code. So pretty nice deal so far for those with a discount code. Other than that, not so good. Cost of goods here, $5.46. Let's have a look. We've got less than 50 SPM, which is not ideal. 29 SPM apparently. Price is inflated. Just move on. Cool, let's get rid of that one as well. Let's move on. Nux or Nukes is a good brand, to be fair. £2.16 on this one. Let's see what the sales per month is. Under 50 again. Our buy price is $9.16. According to this, 76 according to Keeper, and Amazon's been saying 50. So I can see that. I can see 50. I don't know why it's not showing on the Amazon listing, but I could see that being 50. So $9.16. I think I've looked at this one before. Price looks pretty stable actually. So yeah, I mean, unless you go all the way to 3,500 days, pretty stable price. So I mean, it's a little bit high, but it's still pretty stable. Buy box has been around 17, 18, so that's not a bad one, to be fair. All right, yeah, it's okay. I think this one might catch people out because they might skip it because it doesn't look like it sells that much, but this has got to sell. It says 76 on Keeper. New version. So interesting. What's this one here? Like, what's the difference between that and this one? Can we get onto this one? 50 SPM. So El Hosey, that's just how they limit it, basically. So the rule with Notino is you are allowed to do 30 units every 5 days of a single product. So that is the rule. It's been confirmed by Notino. So you can do 3 orders of 10 total in a 5-day period. This is the stuff you learn when you order a lot. But yeah. So, Ali, what you ask, which one? IP on which one? IP might be a problem. Yeah, let me know which brand you're referring to. So, let's have a look. Let's carry on searching. I thought that one was pretty good. Yes, you can order it again up to 3 times. You can do 30 units total in a 5-day period. That is your limit on Notino. So let's carry on. I'm going to have to stand up in a little minute because I've been sat down here for now an hour. This one here, I remember this from the old Stylevana days and stuff like that. Yeah, Nux is all good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great brand, to be honest, if you get some good products with that one. So 7.04. Yeah, this is good, right? What's wrong with this? Hang on. Let me double check this. I think I've seen this before, and I think it was the 150ml versus the 300ml. So let me just double check that. Yeah, it's 150ml. I was getting excited there, but I was like, no, I've seen this one before. So yeah, this one here, just got to double check. 300ml on Amazon, 150ml here. But, let's have a look. Is the 300ml one available? Let's have a look. So we've got 150ml, 300ml is too expensive, I think. What's the price? Yeah, so no good, unfortunately, on that one. Can't do Clarins, can't do Mont Blanc. We can do Clinique. 35.50, really? Again, sales less than 50 SPM. So yeah, I'm just, just speaking aloud, I guess, all my thought processes. Hopefully you guys are finding this useful. But these are just all the things that I immediately look at and think about when I jump on the listing, like what's the SPM? What profit can I make? What is the chart looking like? Is it the same product? All these things are going through my mind, basically. Yeah, so let's have a look. This one here is Clinique Powder Makeup 7.6. No other details other than that. Interesting. Good price, though, apparently. Cool. So $18.99 is the buy price. It's gone down a few pence over the past few days. 35. I mean, this looks pretty good to me. Like, yeah, it's dipped down a little bit here and there, but it's pretty like solid, like 33, 35. And even at 33, you're making nearly £5 profit, £4.50 profit. Again, this is another really good deal if you have the hunt. Well, it's a good deal if you anyway, to be honest, this one. So I guess the only downside here is like it's 44 SPM. So it's, you know, it's not the fastest seller. We've got, well, let's have a look. We've got one. Okay, interesting. We've got one FBM seller at $33.99. Amazon's at $35. Everyone else is really much higher. And this is a good deal. I would literally clear this. How many? Are we on the right listing here? Let's just double check. It's 66912 is the GTIN. 66912. It's the Pressed Powder 101 Invisible Matte. Let's just Google this one. Search. Yeah, Pressed Sheer 101 Matte. Okay. 304 available. I wish I could click on the... Yeah, I can see Stay Matte, Sheer Pressed Powder on thing. I can't see the color 101 on the picture. Here we go. Maybe if I zoom in massively. I'm trying to look at these pictures here. Clinique. Yeah, 101. It says right there. You probably can't see it, but I can see it says 101. And for some reason, when I'm zooming in, it's going smaller. But yeah, this is the right product. So this is pretty sick. I would be absolutely all over this. I would literally clear this. It probably is roughly around 10 months worth of stock. No, about 8 months worth of stock. Sells 44 a month. I could see this probably doing a little bit better at Christmas. But yeah, I'd be all over this. So I will let you guys buy this if you want, but I'll clear this afterwards. No problem. So how many are there? There's 304 available. So we can see we had a price drop on the September 11th. Let me know if I'm missing anything. Do you guys see anything differently here? Because this looks like a killer deal to me. So yeah. Let's see how much it would cost us. I mean, I'd be very tempted to click. It's $15.79. Make sure we've got that right as well. So 15.79 times 1.2 is $18.95. So that gives us a price of actually cheaper now. It's $18.95, not $18.99. Hey, Resale Kid, how's it going? Oi, oi, how's it going? Thanks for joining us on the stream. Hopefully, I'm keeping you all entertained while you're doing other. Yeah, let us know what you're doing, guys. Are you, glued to the screen? You're prepping? You're cooking? You're hanging out? Let me know. It's always love to hear what you guys are doing. But yeah, this looks like a really good deal to me. I would be very tempted to clear this out. So the only thing that puts me off, I suppose, is Clinique is meant to be going restricted, but never did though, did it? So yeah, I'd buy this. Yep. It's a lot of money though. It's a lot of money. But I'd be tempted to clear that. So, yeah. Dom, sourcing Qogita, nice. Yeah. What do you think? Dom, let me know what you think about this Clinique thing. Would you buy this? Resale Kid, the first reselling video I've watched in probably a year. Well, I do appreciate that this is the very first one to sort of break that trend if you're not watching any videos. So, hopefully you find it entertaining. Yeah, just doing some sourcing on Qogita. So... You sell on eBay. It is you, Pete, right? Reseller Kid. It's you, Pete. I'm correct in assuming that. Doing, from car booting and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. Maybe I've got, if I'm not getting mixed up. And you're hopefully getting to Amazon soon, if I remember correctly, you were saying. But yeah, hopefully I'm not getting mixed up with someone else. But yeah, it is, I think, anyway. So, so the SPM on that, by the way, is 44. According to Keeper. So, yeah. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, it is Pete. There you go. Adam is chimed in. Adam, what are you up to? Yeah, low solo count. That's a good thing, Dom. That's a good thing. No one else can get it this cheap, apparently. Look, all the other FBA sellers are sat at 42, 47. So, yeah. That's mean, Adam. Oh, you've been doing it? Okay, cool, nice. So, I didn't realise. It's very hard for me to keep track. Yeah, so DM me if you want any help, by the way. I'm happy to help. So, I enjoyed watching your car boot stuff. So, videos are really good. And, yeah, always happy to help. So, yeah, Adam sick. That's really weird. I shouldn't have asked. I did not want to know that, Adam. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say it. That would be really weird. Saucy mostly. Okay. Phew. But yeah, that would have been weird. So anyway, just to catch up anyone who's joined us, although we're down to 14 viewers right now. It's still pretty good though. I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair. Yeah, I found this pretty killer deal here, which is going to be approximately... yeah, so you're struggling to source. God, there's too many deals out there, Pete. It's freaking crazy. I can't keep up. I actually can't keep up right now. But yeah, here's the deal. Why don't you do Qogita? Like, get yourself signed up to Qogita, Pete, and get some deals on there. I think I've literally posted a bunch above in the chat. You can see where, you get the £120 discount. That makes those really good deals. So, Claudia's asking, Claudia, sorry, I cannot. Yeah. What percentage of Amazon customers return cosmetic products? I think it's actually quite a low percentage because I don't think you're allowed to return these kind of items. So basically, they'd have to say it was damaged. And what you'd have to do probably at that point, if it's been used and stuff, is throw it in the bin or donate it or something, I guess. But I think the return rate on this kind of stuff is quite low, actually. So I'm not a big cosmetics person myself, but yeah, that's my understanding anyway. So Pete says in Discord groups, I'm quite strict with what I buy in terms of figures. Sure, it's good to be strict, but yeah, don't be too strict though. So you need to. Well, I don't know what's your criteria, Pete? Let us know. What's your criteria? So that's anyway. There were how many of these were in stock? Has someone bought any of these? So 304 in stock. I'm probably going to buy these, to be honest. So, but anyway, I'll leave it. I doubt anyone's going to clear it all. So whatever's left, I'll probably clear up, to be honest, on those ones. So, but yeah. So I don't know what's going on in the chat anyway. Cool. Let's carry on anyway. Let's find some more deals. So before that, though, I'm going to stand up because yeah, I've been sat for too long. So we get to use the fun standing desk. And it's going to disappear away. And you won't be able to hear me for a little bit. While I just stand up. Oh, that's better. So, cool. Guys, what do you think to the new office setup? Not that you can see a lot of it, I suppose. It's quite dark back there. Probably need to figure out a better way to maybe light the background. So, I do have a light down there I could use potentially. But, yeah, let me think about how I'm going to do that. Cool, let's carry on anyway. So where were we? We found this killer Clinique one here. Can't do clarines. This is the same one, another Clinique one. This is probably the one we found the other day. Maybe, I'm not sure. Carolina Herrera, bad boy. Again, this is a good seller for Christmas. Definitely a good Q4 item. Let's have a look. £74. 43.24. I think I've seen it cheaper then, but still a pretty good deal. Although price is a little bit inflated right now, so I wouldn't touch that one. Let's have a look. What's going on in the chat then? So 50 SPM plus, okay, 30 ROI, low offer count for OAYs, RA simples, but obviously you can never get quantity that way. Yeah, Adam's a private label guy, so there are groups for it, by the way. There are groups. I just don't do private label in my group. It's banned. So if anyone talks about private label in my group, they get immediately kicked. No, I'm joking. But it's not my expertise, so that's why I don't talk about it too much. But I know Adam does it, Nikos does it. Nikos has got a group, by the way. Pete, if you want to DM me, I'll send it a link to it. Give you a link to it. You can talk about private label, but you need more money for private label. I'm sure Adam will tell you the downsides of private label and the upsides. But yeah, cool. Let's move on to the next one. I was worried there wouldn't be enough deals, but no, actually we're finding some really good deals. Dolce & Gabbana, 75 SPM. I'm keeping this one up because I'm going to buy this afterwards. Let's have a look then. £80, pretty stable price. 44 SPM as well, which is pretty good. So yeah, not too bad. Let's go to the year. 80. Look at that December though. 400 SPM. Ding 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 ding. So what's the cost on this one? 47.63. 47.63 gives us £12.26 profit. Here we go, boys and girls. We've got a lead. This is one that I would I do. Adam says, I think everyone's afraid. I'm terrified of private label. No, I just don't have the time for it. But yeah, it's just a whole nother skill set I need to learn. And it's not where I'm going to be focusing my efforts. But private label can be very good, very profitable. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, get onto Arbisource, Pete. You don't use it. Issues everyone using it. No, it's just not true at all. You need to change your mindset massively, Peter. That is not right. There's no way one person or even 100 people can get through all the leads on Arbisource every day. It's just not physically possible. It's just, yeah, there are leads on there galore. So you definitely need to change your mindset up. Absolutely. It's good to be cautious, to be fair, but you definitely need to change your mindset up. And like I say, if you want to why don't you go into Qogita? There's some killer deals on there. So you don't need to be VAT registered. You don't need to be sole trader. So I'm going to find you after this. I'm going to DM you. I'm going to make you sign up. So yeah, and help you get sorted. So Adam says, I see why as Amazon don't make it easy. Even the rig says, yeah, absolutely. So shouldn't you change VAT on cost in seller AMP settings? What, me? No. What's wrong with my seller settings? I've got them. VAT on cost is yes, and VAT on sellers yes, and my standard rate. So these are obviously all these figures, by the way, I'm showing you are VAT figures. So I know a lot of you probably not VAT. So, but to be honest, there's not much difference anymore. So if you're VAT registered, you want to have the standard rate of select the standard rate. If you're not VAT registered, you want not to registered here. And we'll see when I do this, the figures are going to change. So we're at £12.26 profit. And if we change it here, it goes up. Actually, to be fair, that's not too bad. £14.71 profit. So pretty damn good if you're non-VAT actually. So I like this deal. I think it's a pretty good deal, this one. So did I post the Clinique one? I can't remember actually. OJO, I did. Cool. This one looks pretty good as well. So we've got, let's actually just check it and make sure it's available still. Obviously, you're going to need to be ungated. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So we had 304 Cliniques. Has someone bought any of these? No. Okay. Something changed though. I don't know what. Anyway, let's go and search on Qogita. Let me just move the chat up slightly. Oops, did not mean to do that. I'm trying to move the chat up here a little bit. There we go, so I can see it a bit more. Now that I'm standing, found some good ones on RB. Perhaps hire a VAT, some scans. I'm doing Arbisource now. There's too many. Yeah, exactly. No one's getting all the deals. Definitely. Again, you need to change your mindset on this one. Yeah, spend a fortune on Qogita. I spent an absolute fortune on here. So there's only 18 of these in stock. 39. Apparently out of stock now. Has someone bought them? Weird. It says out of stock, but I just added to cart. So strange. Let's see. Oh, Simons may have cleared the DG. Yep, there you go. Did you do that now because you found it, or did you do it before? Let me know. So did you do it because of me? Or was it something you bought earlier? I know some of these scans are a little bit older, but still we're finding some good deals though. So, so Eric, it's £100 excluding VAT. So by the time you go through to the checkout and all the VATs added on, it will be including VAT. So it's £100 excluding VAT, but it's £120 including VAT. So you're all good there. So don't worry. No problem whatsoever. But cool. So managed to get, someone messaged me saying, managed to get £100 using your code on Qogita. Didn't know the promotions page had it. Cool. Mentioned it on the live. So no problem. It's all good. Yeah. So awesome. Perfect. I'm glad you got the £100. So yeah, that was a great deal, to be honest. Cool. Yeah. You got in there before. You were obviously onto it quicker than I was, because that was looking like a sick lead. And not too much stock either as well, so you're able to clear that out quite nicely. Probably quite lucky that 18 units. How much was it per unit? £20. Yeah, probably just enough to hit the minimum order quantity actually for that particular wholesale, I'd imagine. So a pretty nice lead there. Look at that one. That's a killer deal. Look at that Christmas, 400 SPM. I know the price went down a little bit there, but yeah, if you hold out for Christmas, you're going to do really well. Although saying that, get it sent in. Put your price to whatever, and £80, or set your minimum to something like, what would I do, £70? No, I wouldn't do 70. I'd do like 74.99 maybe, just as an absolute minimum on PPP. Set my max to like 90, 100. Let PPP figure it out. If you can get the sales now, get the sales now. Take the profit, churn it back in. But yeah, like you're never going to go wrong without leads. So pretty sick. Nice work on that one. Let's find you some more deals then. Was that your first order, Simon? I can't remember on Qogita. I doubt it, was it? No, probably not. Right, cool. Another Clinique one here. Clinique Scrub, exfoliating scrub, apparently. A lot of the Clinique deals coming up, actually. I think people might be scared of this brand. 50 SPM, which is always like medium, like, yay, this looks good to me. Price, then you go down and suddenly I'm deflated because the price looks inflated. I'm deflated because it's inflated. Yeah, look, it's a very high price right now. So, this is the kind of let me just put the thing in quickly, just to give an example. 1628. Yeah, no freaking way. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you see this as like an OA lead, you could always just buy 5 and just try and squeeze it in and get some profit. But you're barely making any profit as it is at this inflated price. So no good. Redken, no. Cetaphil. I've definitely sold this brand in the past. I'm not sure if it's restricted now or not, or whether it's IP. Hey, I just got a nice sale there and so it just popped up on the left here. I've got my SDK for £52.79 profit. And really weird, the ROI is £52.79 as well. So yeah, kind of crazy. Cool, this one here, 50 SPM. I'm pretty sure this isn't, it's not a restricted brand. So you got a few people on this one. This is another good, this is looking like a good deal to me. £10.57, okay, is the cost price. So we're looking at 26 ROI, £2.83. Again, another killer deal here for anyone who has the £120 discount code. Price is looking pretty damn stable. We've got a bunch of sellers on here as well. So this one's looking pretty nice as well, to be honest. Let's just check it out on Qogita quickly, and we'll go from there. So 20 in stock though, so probably not enough to meet the minimum order quantity. Let me just grab a drink quickly while we check this in the cart. But definitely not busy week. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought you'd been ordering a lot. So let's have a look. No one's bought that Clinique yet. Yeah, miles off the minimum order quantity on this one. Miles off. But there's a really good deal there. So, a really good deal. Okay, yeah, it can make it difficult. I'm already ungated. So, but yeah, if you're not ungated, then it can be tricky, I suppose. But yeah, not enough minimum order quantity on that one. So, that's not going to work. No problem there. I mean, do you want me to throw it? Let me know if you want me to throw it in the chat. If you want me to, I will. Let's carry on looking. We're getting now to sort of slower selling ones now. So, Clinique Shade 9. What I'm going to do is quick look at this one. I'm going to take a 2-minute break, pop to the toilet, and then come back and we'll carry on doing some sourcing. So, I'm going to test out my little break feature that I've got set up. So, what's the price on this one quickly? $22.34. Let's have a look. $22.34. I mean, yeah, pretty thin on the ROI there. Probably not liking this. So, yeah. So, red flags to me here, like less than 50 SPM. Profit, I mean, look, I'll take £3.50 profit. ROI is a little bit low, though. Price is pretty stable, though. But, it's not, for that, I think there's better deals. So, Right, guys, I'm going to be back in. Actually, you don't want that because it'll be going like infinite thing for you. I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys, and we'll do some more sourcing. So I'll be back in just a second. And we are back. I was thinking you should get some music going or something. But yeah, I'd get demonetized. Not that I'm making any money anyway from YouTube streams, but yeah, so I get demonetized, but it doesn't really matter anyway. So you can see me on the toilet. Perfect. You can see my hidden camera on the toilet. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't realize I had that hooked up. So I thought I disconnected that. That's only for special occasions. Why is everyone just using Qogita if it's this easy? Sorry, just be realistic. That's all. Because it is. Like an opportunity, this is what you got to do. An opportunity comes along, you got to take advantage. It won't last forever. So if you are skeptical of every new opportunity that comes along, you're basically going to miss out on all the opportunities. So yeah. But yeah, people, well, in the chat, let Pete know, is Qogita been good for you or not? You know, let me know, basically. But yeah, for me, it's been fantastic. So spent a fortune on there. It's just, for me, it's like a perfect storm. We've got Q4 coming up. They do perfume deals on there, plus all the cosmetics they do well. Just overall, just great deal. And obviously, when you first create your first order, you get £120 off. It's super concentrated with deals as well, profitable deals. You're essentially able to do wholesale that actually like contacting wholesalers. So yeah, pretty sick. Anyway, if I've not sold it to you by now, then I guess I never will. But it's all good. More for the rest of us. Clinique, honey. Let's have a look here. So what's this one here then? We've got a cost of £19.80. £3.50 again. It's like pretty. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. If I'm doing 50% ROI, 15 to 20% ROI, I want it to be selling at least 50 SPM. Really, I guess that's what I'm kind of looking for. I want it to be. Yeah, FBA you're right, FBA. Do not use it. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, don't use it. Yeah. It has gotten harder recently, I've noticed. I used to be able to go on there within that first 30 seconds and have like 5 leads. Now you have to work a little bit harder, but there's still a ridiculous number of leads on there. So there's plenty of room for everyone basically to make lots of money. So yeah. No, literally, no one person can buy the deal. Look, I've got some deals in here already. It's going to go right £4,800. Even that's a bit much for me, really, to spend on one product. £3,000 here on this thing here. So, like, these are both clearing the stocks. It's not possible for one person to buy everything unless you're very rich. So, but yeah. So what's Dom said, missed the response to Qogita being like on buy fake items. What was it? I mean, there is. Did someone ask that? It's totally different as far as I'm concerned. I'm not that familiar with on buy, to be honest. But Qogita, like, they vet their suppliers, so not anyone can just sell on there. They're vetting them. I think they even do site visits, things like that. So yeah, it's not fake, and I guess they guarantee that against fakes as well. So but yeah. It's not like OnBuy, but I'm not that familiar with OnBuy, to be honest. Pete's saying, cheers, moguls, gotta have some challenging you. You know what I mean? Seems to me this thing's long. Gotta make it interesting and ask some questions. Sure. Oh, yeah, no problem. It's all good, yeah. You don't have to like artificially like. Yeah, no, it's all good though. No, I do appreciate the questions though. It's all good. I was going to ask my account exec next week about that. Yeah, Dom, ask questions. Absolutely. Yeah, like 100% query them, ask questions, things like that. But yeah, they're a big company. They're obviously doing everything legit. That they admit they raised 120 million pounds. They're taking this thing pretty seriously. Got a bunch of employees. There's not going to be letting fakes on there. So, and in Q4 they are pushing heavy on sorting out invoices for us as well and pushing the Amazon market. So they've been getting a lot of customers recently, maybe because someone on YouTube's been pushing it a little bit. So they've now realized that the market for Amazon sellers is enormous. So they are really working hard to make it better for us. So sorting that invoice issue out and things like that. So yeah, Qogita still having issues. Hope you're saying it's just like on buy items, maybe inauthentic invoices clearing up any inauthentic claims that people receive. So I know people have ungated with the invoices. I know people have fought an IP claim with the invoices, but I don't know anyone yet who's had a counterfeit or inauthentic claim and then fought it. So I don't know if anyone's won or lost that because I don't know anyone who's actually run into that problem. I'm sure if it happened and someone lost, I would hear no end of it. But yeah, right now that's not been tested. So yeah, that's up in the air right now. So I don't see why it'd be an issue though, as long as you can get the invoice for Qogita and the supplier. That's the big issue right now, is that you can't always get the supplier invoice. But the advice now is to place your order. You don't have to pay right away. Reach out to your account manager, ask them if the supplier will provide you an invoice. If they won't provide you an invoice, then don't pay. Simple as that. Let it lapse after the 48 hours. Right. So I'm going to do a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to take a little break from sourcing. Let's go to some questions. I'm going to go back to the talking head and just hang out for a bit. Need a little bit of a break from the old sourcing. Let's get some things going here. Got a bit of a headache coming on, so don't know how long I'll do this for. Let's just go back to the talking head anyway, take some pills. Yeah, if you guys got any more questions, let me know, basically. So what's Adam saying? The mogul can. Oh, yeah, okay. What, buy all the deals? Yeah. Just got to drink, eat these first. So, gets a bit warm in here with the office, actually. I'm going to open the door. So, it's going to ruin the lighting of my office, but there we go. So, you got a sneak peek there when it went out of focus, well, me out of focus in the background. So, you can kind of see what's in the background there if you're interested. If you want me to do it again, I'll step out the way and you can have a look at my at what I've got in the background there. And what you can't see as well up here is the Titanic as well. So, I should probably take a picture of it. So, let's have a look. Take a picture. But yeah, if you guys got any kind of questions here, you can kind of see like what's above my office. Maybe I'll try and stick it onto the live stream so you can see. But yeah, if you've got any more questions, I'm going to take a little bit of a break from the sourcing. Just gets a little bit, too much. Need a break every now and then. Let me airdrop this over to my device and hopefully I'll make it visible. But yeah, if you want to see. But yeah, I built the Lego Titanic. That was good fun. How do I actually add in an image here? Let's have a look. But yeah, you guys got any questions? So yeah, do you find 15 ROI acceptable? Yeah, it'd have to be probably a decent... have to be a decent SPM, like 50 plus, 100 plus really. I'd have to probably know that it's going to be a very stable price. I'm going to make sure... Essentially what I'm looking to make is probably about £50 per month per listing, so as long as it kind of met their requirements. But I have to be pretty sure that it's not going to tank and things like that. So that, I will take it, but it's not my ideal situation. But if I can sell a lot of units, I can make a lot of money. At the end of the day, I will do that. I will take 15% ROI. So, but yeah. Let me try and figure out how I can get this actual image on here, but yeah, actually I know the way to do it. Here we go. If you guys are actually interested, you might not be, so yeah. Here we go. So let's go back to the talking head. So there you go. You can see my neck there, great. Where I've kind of like raised my head up. But yeah, that's what's behind me. I've got the massive Titanic there on a shelf. It's an enormous Lego set. You got the camera there and all the things like that. So, but yeah, and the nano leaf as well, which I've got turned off right now just because I don't want that light polluting the sort of scene as well. So, Don't just, you basically got to keep an open mind when it comes to doing Amazon. Like, you don't want to just like, it's good to have these like kind of rules in place and keep them in mind, like 30% ROI, 50 SPM, all that kind of stuff. But you got to also learn to break the rules as well when it makes sense. At the end of the day, what we care about is how many pounds we're going to make on a monthly basis, on a daily basis, or like per unit. So that's all I care about at the end of the day. So while my figures might look sexier than others, like today I've got like £273 profit and 63% ROI and 23 units. I'd still rather be someone making 20% ROI if I was on £1,000 profit. So it might not be as sexy, and ROIs might not be as nice, but end of the day, all I care about is the profit. So I'd rather be someone who had £1,000 profit at 20% than 273 at 63. So yeah, don't get too caught up in those numbers. It's good to keep them in mind. And the reason to have the ROI there is, like, I think is to obviously protect yourself against price tanking as well. So if you are buying like a 30% ROI as a minimum, it does give you room to maneuver. If the price starts going down, you can still make money. But it all depends on your strategy. Like Adam's saying, there's so many strategies you can do, and you can run multiple strategies as well. You can be doing someone who sells a mixture of like high velocity items that are lower profit and maybe a few higher profit items at lower velocity. So which is pretty much where I am. I do like all sorts basically. Let me get rid of this. I'm playing with this. Cool. Yeah. So Golden Boy taking some holiday from work, being at the home doing Amazon, realize how much more you can grow your Amazon business when you go full time. Yeah, absolutely. You can do it makes a big difference, to be honest, being able to do this like full time. So you get more time in the day. But yeah, when you grow your business, you get more like growing pains as well. Like the admin gets crazy, the returns get crazy, things like that. So, but no, you can make a lot more money if you can focus on it full time. But you want to get to that point where you feel comfortable quitting your job, because the difference is when you're doing part time, you're not taking money out. Hopefully, you're just using it to grow the business. When you go full time, you've got to obviously try and grow your business as well as also take a salary. So that's where it gets tricky to go full time. So it makes ideally you got other income coming in, or you're making enough to sort of cover that, or you can live off savings for a little while you're growing your business. So that does get a little bit tricky. Yeah. So probably going to wrap this up in like 4 or 5 minutes now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this so far. I'm just going to go and relax a bit. I've been working too hard today. But yeah, if you guys need any help with Qogita or anything like that, let me know. You can always DM me, and hopefully you guys are all in my community as well. Claudia's asking, is it a problem if there are many competitors on the listing or the price dropped too low? It literally just depends, to be honest. It depends how many. But yeah, as a general rule though, the more sellers that jump on a listing, the lower the price drops. It's pretty much like a perfect ratio. But it all depends where you're sourcing from as well. So, people would say to me, oh, everything I buy tanks. I'm like, well, where are you buying from? Oh, I'm buying from Stylevana, I'm buying from iHerb, I'm buying from Holland & Barrett. I'm like, well, yeah, that's where everyone's sourcing from. So, if you buy from places like that, it's going to tank. But yeah, it all depends. This is where you got to look at the history and see how does the product react to competitors coming on. If you can see the price tanks massively when lots of people jump on, you need to be just aware of that. But yeah, just got to look at the history of the products and totally understand it. So it's the one biggest weakness I see people doing. They just can't. It takes a lot of practice, to be fair, but you need to learn how to analyze the product. So if you start sourcing every day, setting 1 or 2 hours out every day, start sourcing, analyzing products day in, day out, you're going to get good. It doesn't matter how bad you are at realizing these things, like figuring this stuff out, you're going to get good at it. The more you do something, the better you get. So you've really got to spend the time sourcing, to find the products. Obviously, in as well as that, you'll be doing analysis as well, day in, day out, looking at products, saying yes to a product, saying no to a product. Why have I passed on this product? Why have I said yes to this product? That's all that comes down. That's all I'm doing basically when I'm like, so you basically see when I was doing my sourcing and all the thought processes that go through my head. Hopefully you'll get to that point as well. And there's people that make me look like an amateur when it comes to sourcing. They see things that I don't see. So we'll all keep learning and evolving and improving, hopefully. It's got a message here. Managed to find out, blah, blah, blah. Support. Cool. Nice. Thanks for joining, Jack, on the stream. Anyway, I do appreciate it. But yeah, I'm going to wrap that up anyway now. I do appreciate it. I was planning on doing a bit longer, but I've got a bit of a headache, so I'm going to call it a night and go and relax for a bit. It's been a long old day. But I just published a video today showing you all the different features of Arbysource. So if you want to find another video, go ahead and check that out. I'll just put the link in for you now, so you can check that out. But yeah, I did like a 20-minute overview of all the features on RBSource, which is really awesome. So I'll get that link for you, and I'll answer your question, El Jose, and then I'll probably call it a day. Let me just get the link here. So check that out. If you guys want more of my content. How many hours do you do when you're sourcing? Like, for me, my limit really is like, I mean, obviously this is more intensive doing these live streams and stuff, but a couple of hours really. The most I've ever done in one time is like 6 to 8 hours, and it really did drain me. So I think literally just doing like 1 hour a time, 40 minutes a time, taking a break, coming back to it, doing, you know, 2 40-minute sessions, a couple of hours each day. You know, it's hard work, to be fair, I find, doing all this sourcing. So, you know, but yeah, other people can sit there all day and do it. But yeah, for me, maybe it's, you know, with all this, like, I definitely get more tired doing the streaming as well. But for me, when I'm doing sourcing, I'm not just sitting there and sourcing. I've got been distracted by other things as well. So maybe not so good, actually, but keeps me a little bit more mentally alert, I suppose. But cool. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I do appreciate it. Views have dropped off like a cliff. It's interesting to see the live things. But no, I appreciate everyone jumping on as well. I need to give you a code, actually. Let me have a look. So because you guys have all watched and stayed to the end, there's going to be a code. You can get some extra entries into the MacBook giveaway, and the code is going to be, what date is it? Cool. And this is going to give you 25 extra entries as well into the MacBook giveaway. The code is that. Cool, there we go. There's the code. So I won't add it in now. I'll do it later, probably tomorrow. But then you can use that code to get 25 extra entries into the MacBook giveaway. And for those of you that are not in the MacBook giveaway, I'll put the link for that as well, so you can enter it. I'm giving away a MacBook Air M3 worth about £1,000 to one of my Discord community and my YouTube viewers. Thanks, guys, for watching. I do appreciate it. And